Bill and Linda have been married for 28 years. They still live in the same house. They show up their grandkids' birthdays together. They coordinate the schedules. They function. But they haven't had a real conversation in 3 years. Neither one has said, I'm done, but neither one is really trying anymore. Hi, I'm Kevin Davis, physician assistant, and today we're talking about the most common and least discussed form of marital decline in the second half, and the one decision that changes everything. Here's how it happens. It's rarely a single event. It's usually 10 years of small withdrawals. He stopped asking how's she doing. She stopped telling him. He worked more. She built her world around the kids. The kids have left. And now they're looking across the kitchen table at someone they've lived with for decades and realizing they don't actually know each other anymore. I call this the roommate marriage, and it's everywhere. The couple that functions perfectly. Bills paid, house kept, calendars managed. No screaming, no drama, just nothing. And both of them have quietly decided this is how it is just now. And here's the lie. Too much has happened. We've tried before. She's done, I'm done. It's too late. I hear versions of this every single week. For men who have never told anyone, not their pastor, not their friends, not their doctor, that their marriage is functionally over while it's still technically intact. Too late. It is a feeling. It is not a fact. It becomes a fact only when someone files it, or one of you dies. And until then, it is just a feeling that has been mistaken for a verdict. And the reason both people stop trying at the same time is not because the marriage is unsalvageable. It's because people are waiting for the other one to go first. Someone has to go first, and that someone is you. Let me tell you what this is costing you. Not just you, but also your kids. Your adult children are watching. They may not say anything. They may not even be fully conscious of it, but they are taking notes. Your son watches how you treat his mother. That is where he learned what marriage looks like. And right now, if you're being honest, what he's watching is two people who have given up on each other and called peace. Your daughter is watching Linda, watching what a woman does when she stops feeling seen by her husband. They are going to carry what they saw into their own marriages. And there's a second cost. Men emotionally disconnect and marriages die earlier. The research on this is not subtle. Social isolation, even when you share a house, drives inflammation, cardiovascular disease, and depression. The roommate marriage isn't a neutral outcome. It's a slow health decline dressed up as a stable situation. And here's the truth about marriage in the second half. A contract says, I will stay as long as this is working. A covenant says, I am staying. Now let's figure out how to make this worth something. Every marriage that came back from where Bill and Linda were at had the same moment. Someone had to decide to go first. Not because they were sure it would work. Not because the other person deserved it. Not even because they felt like it. They went first because they decided that the alternative was worse. There's a version of Bill and Linda at 75 who genuinely are each other's best friends, who travel together, whose grandkids fight to sit next to them because they feel the warmth between them. That version of Bill and Linda starts with the decision Bill makes this week. Not a feeling, not a decision. Too late is a lie. The second half is long. Don't waste it. And here's the one action. This week, not someday, but this week, sit down with Linda. Not to fix everything, not to have the big conversation, not to retaliate the last 10 years. One question. What would the next 30 years need to look like for you to feel like they were worth it? Then stop talking. Don't explain yourself. Don't defend the last decade. Don't offer solutions. Just listen. At the all the way to the end, let her finish, then say, thank you for telling me that. That's it. That's the whole action. One question, real listening, no agenda, no defense. You are not fixing the marriage in one conversation. You are proving wrong to her and to yourself. That someone who is still in this. And that someone is you. And here's what the next 90 days looks like if you would do this. You had the question conversation. You've listened without defending. You've done one small thing that she mentioned without waiting to be asked twice. You haven't fixed everything, but you've stopped the drift, and she's noticed. She may not have said anything yet, but she's noticed. So check out also Kevin Davis Health for those interested in optimizing everything health. I'll put the link in the description for that. But remember, decline is a decision, and so is the alternative. Stop quitting on yourself. I'm Kevin Davis. I'll see you next week.